Nerdcore could rise up. It could get elevated. Nerdcore could rise up. It could get elevated. Nerdcore used to be just a made-up word.
Okay, you do yours and I'll do mine. Let's see what we got.
There was a drag queen and streamers and ghost hunting spouses. There was B-robs and propses and even a chofses. But if you recall, it was the best podcast of all. Chris and Kyle's podcast. We used to not have a name. But then one day, hey, Kyle called us EGTN, not a TM.
I like the second half. Listen to this first half. Tell me what you think. Pretty close. There were drag queens and streamers and B-robs and chofses, ghost hunting spouses and long episodes. Do you recall the most nerdiest show of all?
Okay,
Every
I like that
Man's
better.
Guide to Nerddom is a pretty decent show. And if you ever watched it, you would probably say no.
No. I like yours.
Oh.
Yeah, I like yours better.
That one, you want to sing it? You want to put it here? Here, check this out. Check out the chat. Oh, type message here. Bam! Look at that. Look at that friggin' teamwork. I wonder if chat shows up on the recording. Probably not.
I'm not saying anything in chat.
Yeah. Who can see your messages? And you should be able to see it. To everyone. To Guyver. To everyone. Just click on the little chat bubble down at the bottom. You not see it?
Nope. Do you see mine?
I forgot to hit enter.
God damn it, Kyle. Okay, you ready?
Oh, you want me to start it?
No. I was
Okay.
waiting to give you a pause. You can if you want.
Yeah, I'll get the pause.
You start or am I start?
You start.
You start. There were drag queens and streamers and B-robs and chofses. Ghost hunting spouses and long episodes. But do you recall the most nerdiest show of all? Every Man's Guide to Nerddom.
Nerddom.
It is it's a pretty decent show. And if you ever watched it, you would probably even say, hey.
No.
So Kyle and I had a write-off on that one, and Kyle's won because I liked his way better. So bravo, sir. Bravo.
Thank you. I just wanted to say chofses.
Chofses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, filthy chofses.
Filthy chofses.
So, welcome to Every Man's Guide to Nerddom, where we are two 30 to 40-something-year-olds who talk about pretty much whatever we want. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kyle, and you guys can also find us on the Twitch, playing video games live and in person. Every Saturday night, doing Spooky Saturday, usually around 7 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time until we get tired. Playing indie horror games and a little bit of everything else. You can find Chris over there, twitch.tv/GuyverUnit01, GuyverUnt01. I'm KSig. It's K_SIG. Find us on there. Give us a follow. Come hang out. It's good times. Usually trying to make Chris jump, scream, cry, and sit on his nuts.
Which is not hard to do.
Been pretty successful at that lately. And if you guys play games or want to talk about anything else nerdy, join our Discord. Links down in the show notes below.
Oh, we got to do it. Hold on.
Below. Yeah, down. Let's see if
we
mine
also
works.
play Freaky Fridays when we're up to it. Now
Dang
go
it.
back and do that.
No, I can't do it again. If I do blow me like that. It's still echoing. But yeah, join the Discord. Lots of cool conversations going on. We're talking about what's some of the conversation going right now?
Let's see. There's the Christmas cheer one. There is
Christmas cheer.
Spider-Man.
New Spider-Mans.
The football one hasn't been that active lately.
That usually happens with fantasy football. Like half the league kind of gets
fizzles.
fatigued. Yeah, every league I've ever been in has happened. But
I know
still,
B-Rob was bitching about it on Facebook.
The other half that is on it, they're probably on it.
Yeah.
So but yeah, lots of cool talks happening. What are we talking about this one?
This one is basically it's reflections.
Year-end reflection.
We are just gonna
put a calendar up there.
Our actual first publication date was January 14th of 2021. First episode put out, and it was entitled Episode 1. That time Chris and Kyle found out they were old. Still one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah.
It's just us bitching about being old and how we can't. I don't remember, what did we talk about?
I don't
know.
One of the things like not being able to remember what we talk about.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't remember.
But we have this episode is just basically Kyle and I talked about this. We just wanted to do a year in review, the past year of EGTN, of Every Man's Guide to Nerddom. Just kind of everything we've done, what's on the roadmap for next year.
We have plans?
Well, we have a whole sheet full of plans, so I hope so.
We got a sheet load of plans.
We got a sheet load of plans. Listener of the week, Mr. Alex P.
Alex. Oh, Alex. Yeah.
Yep, Mr. Alex P. Yep. So Alex has been with us since episode 1. He is great promotion for us. He's always sharing our post on Facebook. He's not. Is he in the Discord?
I don't think he is. I don't think he's a Discordian.
Alex, get in the damn Discord. So we can praise you there too. But seriously, Alex, thank you so much for your support. It has meant the world to us. It's people like Alex why we keep going. It really is.
No, Alex personally, he's a really cool dude.
So he seems like it. He told me
he seems like a cool guy.
He said I was his Christmas sweater animal today.
Ah.
Christmas
I saw that when
sweater
he said you were his Christmas spirit animal and aspired to be like you.
And this is why he's the greatest person ever.
Oh, that's why he got it.
No, he would have gotten it anyway because he's been a loyal listener, and he did bring up why hasn't he gotten it yet. And I'm like,
we just started it.
Yeah, we just technically started it. But
calm down, Alex.
At the same time, he's right.
Yep.
So bravo. Thank you, Alex. We really appreciate your support. We really do. Yeah, there's our listener of the week. Anything you want to mention about Alex?
Probably nothing he wants said on the air.
Okay. Well, again, seriously, thank you, Alex. We appreciate you. So let's talk about EGTN. Let's talk about the origins there. It started off.
There was a ring forged in a mountain of fire.
Fire!
That was, whoa, you got really high on that one. Like,
I did, thank you.
It clipped out. Like, it got so high, Mike's like, nope. Nope, we're not going to keep up with that.
It did not like that.
But no, cool origin story. Started with Chris over there.
Kinda. Started with both of us.
A little dream from a little man.
Very little man. But it started off, I was wanting to do a podcast for forever. Just could never literally find anyone who wanted to do it with me. Or people say they'd want to do it, but never wanted to put in the time. And it was the pandemic. And Kyle, that's where Kyle told me, hey, start coming hanging out in my Twitch channel. It's a lot of fun. Didn't even think about, doing anything like that. And then asked Kyle, hey, we should do a podcast. We've been friends for years. we hadn't hung out since college. And we started just talking about it. And we went through different names, a couple different names. And Kyle goes, I've got a great one. Every Man's Guide to Nerddom. And then we started putting it all together. We started putting a sheet down. We've got a little Excel spreadsheet.
Excelsior
Excel spreadsheet on show ideas.
Mhm.
And we still got like 80 different ideas.
So
on there
we get
too,
a year's worth of content out there that we can do.
at least. And we keep getting more from listeners from like you all who
Mhm.
give us the ideas. Like I know I want to do a Nerky on the new Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Obviously not frame by frame, but at least talking about it and get some of the guys in from the chat Discord who want to talk about it.
That'd be a fun one just to pull whoever wants to be in on that one and just send it. Just do it. See what happens. Raw and uncut.
Wild Wild West. We'll call it the circumcision episode.
Mm-hmm.
Uncut and looks like a bruised sausage.
It'd be the uncircumcised episode. The
The
circumcised episode's a little bit
Oh
shorter.
yeah. Oh yeah. Good point. But it looks bigger.
Also a good point. So yeah.
You have to excuse me. I hate this weather right now. But yeah, that's how we started off. And our very first episode was that time that Chris and Kyle found out that they were old. That's where the first Horny Harry's was.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get some more sponsors. We haven't had a sponsor in a while.
We got to get back on those. Good sponsors. You
Good
guys want to? Anybody wants to reach out to sponsor the show? Let me or Chris know. Throw together a nice little commercial for you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually may have a real sponsor coming up who's actually paying us some money.
A real life one?
A real life one. You know, it's not going to be much because let's face it, we're not a very big show.
No.
But I'm happy to get any sort of sponsorship because we don't make a dime off this show. We do
take
it
what we
for
can get.
fun. Yeah. But we started doing that, and that was the first Horny Harry's. And Horny Harry's kind of shot off from there.
Yep.
And we did the Nerddrome.
Mm-hmm.
Which was a lot of fun, which we need to start doing again.
Get
I
back
love
on
nerd drums.
Those were a blast. Those are fun when we have guests. We're just doing something random.
What is a nerd drum?
So the nerd drum is
how did that get started?
We wanted to do something to wrap up the show. We haven't done these in a while. I'd like to get us back to doing those. We'll probably wrap up the episode tonight. Nerd drum was we would take the typical who would beat whose ass conversation that nerds would have. Not between each other, but between not like between me and Chris. Between Superman would beat up Wolverine. Those type of conversations. We took that and kind of turned it on its end and made our own little twist on it where it was just total random nonsense, right? You would get your two characters from pop culture, and then you would have just random activities like baking a cake or surviving the apocalypse, and then you'd have a random location, and basically it was an exercise in bullshittery is what it came down to. How well you knew your pop culture, or even if you didn't. The ones where we were less knowledgeable, I think were more fun.
Yeah.
And then we put it out there for a vote to see who put it out in the Discord to see who actually won the battle. And
I'll give you a hint. It hasn't been me.
And you never win the nerd drum. You never get to be the killer in the.
No one ever pays me in gum.
Oh, sad Chris. That's the meme for 2021.
Sad Chris.
Sad Chris meme. So yeah, those were fun. I like to get us back to it. I think we kind of fell off of them because we started doing our episodes later at night when we were recording, and we're old and we get tired.
Yep.
You'll hear there's a few of them if you go back and listen where one of us or both of us start fading. And if you look at if you watch actually the YouTube videos, you'll see us like trying to give each other the look like, hey, I'm about to go down.
Yep.
I'm getting tired.
Mm-hmm. But nerd drums were a lot of fun to do. I really like the nerd drums. It's fun when we get the guest involved.
Yeah.
So that's always been a lot of fun.
What's one of your favorite ones that we've done? Just episode in general.
Erica Clash.
Erica Clash.
That to date has been my favorite episode. Not
That
saying
one?
that they all haven't been, like with everyone on.
Mhm.
That's our first big name star that we got on here.
Yep. Erica
Um,
was awesome.
she was amazing, and we didn't know shit about it. I thought I knew something about drag.
Mhm.
No,
So you knew more than I did. I just went in. I prepped myself by watching
Dragula.
Dragula up until Erica was voted off. Spoiler alert. And like, you know what? Screw this show. I don't want to watch anymore.
We
But-
do love Erica, and Erica has said she wants to be on the show again. She wants to do a Sailor Moon or Godzilla episode, which I'm really excited about.
I think we should do Godzilla. Godzilla would be so much fun.
Yeah, especially with Erica.
Mhm.
And I think we need to do it during the winter because I think she's more booked up during spring when it's warmer weather.
I thought she waxed, not big. Bicked
Well,
up
she might use
razor.
a bic.
Okay.
It's true. It's another thing our show is known for is dad jokes.
Dad jokes and dick jokes.
A lot of dick jokes. We
Lots
usually
of
try and
dick
get one dick. And then usually me getting roped into Kyle's Mephisto shit
It happens.
every episode.
Mhm.
I'm prepared tonight though,
Are
because I
you?
brought it up.
Let's see if you're ready.
So the Erica Clash was probably my favorite, and then I really like the one with Body and Sushi.
Yeah.
I like the one with Prop. I like all our episodes. The one with Props on there was fun. Justin, B Rob, all those are great, but the one that stood out to me was the Erica Clash episode.
I think one of my favorite ones was we've had some most of ours are pretty funny, like funny focused videos or episodes, there's humor and things involved. One of our more serious ones was our Veterans Day one.
Yeah.
We had
Yeah.
Props and Fly Fishing Vet on. And that one, I really, really, really liked that one a lot. That's right up there probably as one of my favorite ones. Just the conversation that we had to have and had the opportunity to have, and just the pleasure of having those guys on to talk about things and the stuff they go through day to day and then how their experience as being a military veteran impacts on their nerdy type activities and I thought that one was really cool and really fun to do.
I agree. Something else, a milestone that we hit, with this episode, we will have released 72 episodes in a year.
Yep. That's a lot.
It is a lot, and that's more than one a week.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we release 2 or 3 a week.
Yep. We put the work in for it.
But yeah, we hit 70 with this episode. It'll be 72 episodes in 1 year. So, yay us!
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of hard work.
If this is your first one, there's a shit ton for you to go back and listen to. Get on it.
It is, like Kyle was saying, it's a shit ton of hard work because we have to schedule. If we have a guest, we're kind of at the mercy of our guest. Kyle and I can usually get free.
Yeah,
usually.
Very rarely does it not line up.
But because frankly, we're home buddies.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was younger, I used to like to go out all the time. Now it's just like, fuck that, I'm gonna stand.
Yep.
But,
and it took me about 6 months to figure out how to edit halfway decent, where it wasn't a big, huge pain in the.
Yeah, how long did it used to take you to edit?
Oh God, if we did a hour of recording, it would take upwards to 2 hours of editing, at least, because we had those audio issues where the audio tracks weren't lining up right, and I had to go in and manually scrub and shift each one a second at a time, and a half a second here and a tenth of a second there, and that just made me tired thinking about that. I'm glad we fixed that.
Well, and then we both got better mics.
Mm-hmm. That helped,
and that helped a lot, didn't you say?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Um,
There's a lot of things that happened over the last year that, I mean, if we wanted to, you know, go back and go over, I mean, lots of cool content that's come out that we've covered and that we've liked, and
mostly Marvel.
mostly so much Marvel. So much Marvel. Little bit of DC. A lot of
But
Marvel.
Marvel puts out the better shit right now, though.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing.
Oh yeah.
They're cranking it out.
Um, you know, God, there's just been so much. What movies have come out this year from? We've had Shang-Chi, we've had Eternals, we've had
Black Widow.
Black Widow, we had the new Spider-Man movie, we had What Ifs, we've had WandaVisions, we've had
Loki.
Hawkeyes and Falcons and Winter Soldiers, and it's just so much stuff to absorb.
Marvel movies in 2021.
You think it was too much?
No,
That's a lot of stuff. I mean,
it is.
it's working apparently.
Oh, Eternals came out.
I said Eternals.
Oh, you did say Eternals.
You didn't listen to me. You don't like Loki?
Loki, you said that already. The Lokis.
I did.
One of us did.
Somebody did.
This is why we're old.
Ah,
Can't even remember who said what. Released it for 2021. Let's see what else was there. Okay, Hawkeye. I can't wait to nerky that. I'm really enjoying Hawkeye.
I gotta get caught up. I'm about 2 episodes in, and I still need to go back and rewatch them.
You need to because it links up with the new Spider-Man movie.
Ooh, okay, on that. What? Oh, we had new Venom.
Oh yeah, the new Venom, which by the way was excellent. I really liked that movie.
Yeah, I got some stuff I'm gonna have to go back and just
In
sit
the
down
queue.
and do and watch.
But I mean, there was just a shit ton of content for us to go over.
Mhm.
With just that alone. We did a Disney one that's we're holding in the bank for when we really need it.
Yep.
So, and it's gonna sound way weird and out of order, but
Mm.
it's there.
It's there. What else did we have that came out this year? That we had Snyder Cut that came out, which was
Snyder
awesome.
Cut. Mm-hmm.
Which, oh god, that just
Fantasy,
I loved
we
it
had a
and
okay.
hated it. We got a little taste of the glory of what could have happened that could have really gave Marvel a run for their money. The darker, grittier, edgier storyline with a Apocalypse Batman. I can't remember what he was actually called, but yeah.
I don't know, but he was. I would have loved to seen something with Apocalypse Batman.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I really would have loved that. Like you mentioned too, we had one of our best I think the best shows of this past year was WandaVision.
Oh yeah.
Like one of my favorites.
It was different
Mhm.
from what Marvel's been doing
Completely.
or had done up to that point.
Well, it was the first of their shows.
It was the first of their shows, and they did, and I loved that they didn't just go, okay, well, we're going to take a movie idea and break it up into 10 episodes and give you a 10 episode. We're going to do, movie of the week miniseries shit or whatever. Like they went a whole different direction with it, and it was very episodical with the way they set it up because it was for 10 episodes. But that I thought that it was brilliant that they introduced their TV shows, their series, in the format that Wanda was, as going through old TV episodes and TV genres and stuff. Like it was very television focused, at least the first, half of the
It was brilliant.
series was. So that was a really smart move. A lot of people I found out like after didn't like it. Like, oh, I didn't really like it. I just didn't get it. I didn't know that, blah, blah. You didn't sit down and watch the whole damn thing is what happened. Because I loved it from beginning to end. I don't think there's really much in there that I didn't like. And so it was just great. It was great.
We also talked about, I'm going through the list of our episodes right now.
Oh, I had that up too. Let me go over here.
We had the live from Chris's dungeon when Kyle came over, and we just
Yep.
chit chatted.
Mhm.
Fuck you, COVID. I wish we could do more in person. Now the Omicron variant is just running rampant. I don't know if you've seen that, but we are planning on the next couple weeks. We're going to get the band back together
Mhm.
and do end of year State of the Nerd.
Will it be
This-
end of
we
the
did the
year,
state-
or will it be the State of the Nerd 2022, talking about what's coming up?
It'll be, I guess it'll be 2022, won't it?
Mhm.
Well, it'll be talking about like the end of the year and then what's upcoming too.
That's kind of what we did
Uh,
last year. We did a little bit of a recap and then what we were looking forward to.
Yeah, and it's going to be with B Rob and Mr. Justin, friends of the show,
Mhm.
avid listeners. Always great to have on.
Yep.
We did the Weird Al one with Chof too.
Yep. That was fun.
That was a lot of fun. Loyal Chof.
We'll have some more chofs in the future.
Yeah, especially like the beer episode.
I'm looking forward to that one.
But Chof had. Oh, that's also what sparked the weird fight with Harry. Argument with Harry. It wasn't a fight. About how Weird Al got popular about his
Oh, yeah,
vagina
the-
songs.
I'm never going to let him live that down.
Nope, none of us is.
We had our run of Bad Batch
Bad Batch with Mr. Coda.
with Mr. Coda. Those were so much fun to do. Wealth of
I love
knowledge,
Bad Batch.
that man on Star Trek or Star Wars. Oh, God. I slipped. Star Wars anything. Dude, I'm tired. I'm tired. I know I did it. He's going to crucify me. I did it. I did the thing.
I don't even know what to tell you right now. Star Trek.
I was looking and I was sitting there reading the
Fuck,
list.
I'm gonna
of
give you a red
episodes.
shirt. I'm giving you a red shirt.
I got one here somewhere. Hold on.
So for those of you who
red
don't
shirt.
understand Star Trek lore, red shirts are the first to die all the time.
Who would win in a battle between the red shirts and stormtroopers? Or would we just be like a stalemate?
Stormtroopers.
Really?
Yes. They wouldn't hit the red shirts.
Yeah.
But the red shirts always die no matter what. Like from an explosion, like the stormtroopers would hit something by accident and like cause like an avalanche, or a bantha would fall off of a cliff and fall into the red shirts. Red shirts always die. It'd be the stormtroopers.
Okay.
And there's a
Give me that
lot
one.
more stormtroopers than there are red shirts.
What if the clones got cloned and you had evil clones and good clones and stormtroopers and they were battling each other? Stormtrooper
Clones.
versus stormtrooper.
But the clones were made for war and they actually hit stuff.
No, but I'm saying if you cloned the stormtroopers where they had to
Okay.
fight themselves.
Oh.
That's I can see the wheels going. Like if there was a mutiny.
I think that would be another 100-year war.
Okay, fair enough.
Just because it's like, I'm gonna shoot you, and they'd get right up and I'm gonna shoot you, and nothing.
It's a lot of pew pew and
Lots of
photon
pew-pewing.
bukkake.
Photon. Let's talk about photon bukkake.
Let's
which
talk
is one
about
of the,
photon bukkake. Which
is
episode of Bad Batch
probably-
was that?
Photon book. That was.
Is it
let's
after
see,
Erica
Oka.
Flash? It was about midway through the season.
It was.
And they were on
in the
Camino and
40s, I think.
yeah. And everything was getting exploded. And it was just
But-
boop, boop, boop.
Yeah, and then Kyle came up with photon bukkake,
Really
which
proud
is
of that.
probably one of the great. 51. It was 51. It was right after sushi.
Okay. Oh yeah, because we
pro-
talked about it with him.
Yeah, probably one of the greatest lines Kyle has ever said,
I don't get many.
and it was the photon bukkake.
Mhm.
We just brought him up, so let's talk about sushi.
Yeah.
Streamer sushi. That was our first foray.
Right. Or way?
It was our first four-way
There's only
And-
3 of us.
But we made it into a 4-way. We cloned ourselves,
Mhm.
which would make it a 5-way
That's
or
6.
6-way.
Well, if we did sushi out, the Sushi Fish Ninja.
Sushi Fish Ninja. He made the transition from music to a full-time streamer, and that was our first interview of a full-time streamer, which was a lot of fun. And Sushi's got that voice of God.
He does. Just that smooth morning radio voice.
Smooth Sushi Radio.
That was part 1 of a 2-part series where we interviewed musicians who have turned into streamers.
Who was number 2?
Number 2 was our friend We Found the Body,
Mr. John.
Mr. John. So Sushi was a vocalist. John was a drummer. And it was really cool. Those 2 are cool to go back and listen to back because we really not out of laziness, but out of necessity, we asked them both a lot of the same questions.
It just made it easier.
Well, and it was just cool to get 2 different perspectives on a lot of the same subjects, and they went way different directions on a lot. I mean, there were some similarities.
There were some, but not it.
It was just so cool to be able to compare that.
You can't say that they were the same.
No,
because
not
they
at
were
all.
totally different.
Yeah.
Sushi was a lot of fun. John, Mr. We Found the Body was a ton of fun too. They both just gave really good interviews. And I'll tell you, Sushi did give us a great compliment. He said that he got to feel that he knew us through the interview, and he had a blast. And I remember he said, I've done a lot of these, and this is by far my favorite one.
Ah, sweet of him. He's a sweet man.
He is a sweet man. We love Sushi. Love John too.
The food and the person.
And the person. And let's talk about props.
Yes.
He was one of our earliest episodes.
Was he our first guest?
He was our first guest. Yep. Because it was episode.
Was it? How far? Was he on the role playing? No, he was in just the prop making.
The prop making. But I think that was number 3.
I'm trying to get back to the show list here, and I can't.
No. That was role playing.
The role playing episode was fun.
That was a lot of fun too. I want to get more deep into the role playing too, like specifics. The role playing actually got us quite a few lessons too.
Yeah, well, we had our MCU stuff that we did early on with B Rob. Our first but I'm thinking props was our first like original content, like non-review episode guest.
Was he, or would it be Justin with MST3K?
Oh yeah, I forgot the Mystery Science Theater one.
That was before props.
So we did role playing, then we got into WandaVisions.
And then we did number 5 was MST3K with Justin. Which still, I've known Justin for a long time. That guy's just a treasure trove of knowledge. He's also a professor.
He's smart.
He is smart. He's the smart one.
He's a smart one. He is.
As well as the pretty one. Well, before he chopped off his hair.
That made me sad.
Now he's weak, like Samson.
Let's see. We got a lot of our nerkies and things where we reviewed, which we talked about those, the bad batches. And
Nerky. Let's talk about a nerky.
Let's talk about a nerky, where that term came from.
Okay, so it came up. Who came up with the nerky?
I think you did.
Probably, because I'm sick and vile.
I had the idea, like, let's do some little quick, short filler, not filler, but episodes that we could knock out in 15, 20 minutes. Quick reviews over, and they were going to start with WandaVision. Like, hey, we'll cover the episode in like 20 minutes tops. We'll talk a little bit. We'll do a review over the episode. It'll be a quickie, and we're like, oh, we'll call it a nerd quickie, like a nerdy. Like, okay.
Nerky.
And they ended up being some of the longest content that we've made throughout the year. Each episode, like at least an hour and a half.
Because we go frame by frame and break it down, which honestly, the Nerkies turned into some of my favorites. Just because we get to totally geek out in our element.
We really get a deep dive, and like we got to set some time aside to do them because it's about a 3-to-1 recording time to watch time ratio. but we really do like to do that deep dive. And I still stand by that. We found some Easter eggs that nobody else found.
I agree.
If you want to see which episodes those are, go back and listen to all of them. And then
that'll get our listening numbers up.
yeah, that'll get it where we need it.
Uh,
That'll get it right on it.
the Nerd Keys were a lot of fun. Keep going here. I'm going to look up some stats here.
So I'm going through just kind of, what we did. We reviewed a lot of things. The prop making episode with Blasted Props was great, talking about cosplay. The maker community was really, really cool. Sushi was our 50th episode. We had there's some private episodes of the things we did for the Fantasy Football League. You guys can watch that. And we did have the fantasy football draft. Let's see, what else do we got in here? Our titles are so long. I would have to click on things.
They're so long, but they're so funny. Okay. While you're looking at that real quick. Quick stats. We have listeners. Granted, the majority, 96% of our listeners are from the United States.
Mhm.
Oklahoma makes up 49% of it. And surprisingly, Texas is 15%.
Oh, I'll take it.
What do you think number 3 is?
Number 3, like state-wise?
Uh-huh.
Ohio? No?
Nope.
California.
Virginia. Virginia's our number 3. Oregon and Washington tied for our 4th.
Hang in there, Oregon.
We have Massachusetts, New Jersey, Arizona, New York. We have someone in New York who listens.
Nice.
And then, all the rest are just not saying that they're
We got the
smaller.
Canadians. We got the Irish.
Yeah. Surprisingly, Germany has taken over as the number 2 country that listens to us.
The Germans.
The Germans. 96% of the listeners are. I swear I'm going to butcher this, and I'm sorry.
Do it.
Hesse. Hesse.
Hish? I have no idea.
And then the next one is 4% is North Rhine-Westphalia. Number 3 is Canada.
Oh, Canada.
Alberta and BC, British Columbia.
Step it up, Canada. You got overtaken by the Germans.
Yep. Morgan, we're going to need you to step this up. Morgan, thank you so much. We love you. Thank you for getting us played a lot up there. And Body's from Canada.
Yep.
Ireland has lost a little bit, but we have in Leinster and Connaught. Connaught?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry I'm butchering these names. We're stupid Americans.
In all fairness, we're not from Ireland.
No. United
Let
Kingdom.
them come over here and try to say some of these Oklahoma names that we have.
Too.
Yump.
You got prom me? England. 100% is England.
That's a very accurate stat.
It's a very accurate stat.
Where are all the people from England listening from?
We lost the Scottish one. And then France. Grand EST. So we are multinational.
We lost France?
A lot of France.
They gave up on us.
Damn
you, French.
Our demographic is 2% between 23 and 27. 35% between 28 and 34. 62% between 35 and 44. You think we got a demographic?
Yep.
1% is between 45 and 59. We are 68% male, 26% female, which is a lot higher than I thought it would be with all the dick jokes we throw out. 6% non-specified.
We do throw out a lot of dick jokes.
We do. The majority of our listens come from 44% is other, 29% is from Apple Podcast, 17% Spotify, 5% Anchor, 5% web browser. The majority of our stuff is so 36% iPhone is where people listen to us.
Okay.
16% Android, 3% Mac, That surprises me. That's higher than I thought it'd be. 2% web and then 42% other.
So again, through some app.
Something, right? But I'll take it.
Heck yeah, we will.
I'll take it. So thank you all. That's our stats.
There's the stats.
All right, what next?
So, well, I'm trying to get. Am I full up on backgrounds? Give me a second here.
While you're doing that, so our logo was made by Mr. Andrew Gapelt. Amazing artist. If you guys have anything you need done, I mean, granted, he does this for a living, so we paid him for it.
Mm-hmm.
And he did a phenomenal job. I love our logo.
Our logo is freaking awesome.
I love our logo.
That's probably the best part of the whole show is our logo.
100%. It's not listening to us.
For being honest, 100% best part of the show. Logo.
Yep. All right. You have something you want to say, it looks like.
No, I'm trying to. There we go. Never saw it coming, did you?
No. God bless it.
Yep. There's old Mephisto hanging out in the background.
And there it was.
Didn't know it was going to change that quick. That really ruined the joke I was going to do. Damn it. I had a thing I was going to do, and that ruined it. Still snuck Mephisto in. Mephisto, not my
Mephisto.
fist.
Oh,
and yeah.
check this out. So I'm running the Spotify year in review thing, the wrap. 45% of our fans listen to us between 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. Making it high to do on their to-do list, which means during the workday, a lot of people listen to us during work
Huh.
or their commute.
So we're background music while they're actually doing something productive.
100%.
So we can say whatever we want, and they're not even hearing it, more than likely.
No. Oh, here's a good one. We released 3,050 minutes of content across 27 episodes.
27? I thought we had 70 something. That isn't
We do, but I don't know what they mean by that.
3,050 minutes of content?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I'm doing the math.
Oh, because it only counted up to 63 episodes.
Oh, well, that's still a little over 2 solid days. So if you wanted to binge listen to everything, it's going to take you a couple of days.
And not sleep.
Yeah. Or listen to it in your sleep. Just let it run. I don't care.
Yeah, it gets us more listens.
What's some other fun things that we did? Let's talk about the October time.
Oh, that was fun because that was the start. Next year, we're going to have something better because, well, if we can find people that we need.
Yeah. We will.
I've got a
time.
really good idea for an episode. It's just we got to find people.
We did a lot of, because October is spooky season. We talked about Tim Burton. We talked about the history of the spooky video game and horror video games and where those came about. Some of the seasonal stuff's been pretty fun. Those were really fun. We talked about
my favorite one in October was the paranormal investigation with Beard and Wifey.
Yep. That was a really cool one. Really good time. You guys, if you like anything ghost spooky related, go back and listen to that one. A real life team of paranormal investigators that happen to be married.
And they used to stream. I think that it's their busy season right now of their work. So they're not, according to Shaunicus. Hi, Shaunicus.
Yep. Good old Shaunicus and his topless streams.
I love his topless streams. Those moves get bouncing.
He really gets into it.
Gets me some Bulgers in my cup.
Let's see. Oh, the Tim Burton episode was really cool. That was a really fun one. We actually learned a lot.
Yeah.
During that one because we constantly we'll have the information on the topics that we want to talk about lined out, but some squirrel comes up in the middle of every episode that we kind of end up chasing down. I guess a rabbit would have been better. If a rabbit comes up and we chase down the rabbit hole.
No, for us, that's right. It'd be a squirrel going down a rabbit hole.
Squirrel going down a rabbit hole. And we end up learning some new things. That's what's fun. And next year, I hope we get to do some more stuff on things that we don't know much about with a guest. so we could learn. And then you guys can hear us learn. We can all learn together. Big old learn pile.
A big old bukkake of learning.
Yep.
Learning bukkake.
Our last couple episodes out of this month during the holiday season, talking about holiday movies and traditions and ugly sweaters and
everything out in between.
Mhm.
So what do we got? What's some of the stuff we got planned for next year?
144 episodes.
Yep,
Yep, we're going to try to
start a season 2.
Yep, season 2. Season 2 of EGTN starts. When's this coming out?
2
Next
weeks.
episode.
Yeah, next episode after
Next
this
episode, season 2. I'd like to see us. I mean, since we're just spitballing them out here, I'd love to see us do, maybe some quick like one-off D&D campaigns on episode. Bring people in and do some of those. Something that we can, like a session we can knock out in 60 minutes. Little scenarios and stuff. Like to get some more makers on. Like to get some of those really obscure hobbies that we can talk about to our audience on here. Like to get more into the history of gaming. That's always fun to do. There's tons of things we can do. You've talked about doing a LARP episode.
We're gonna have some guests on the horizon. We're gonna have Erica back. We're gonna have Mr. John Cottonballs on.
Yep. Oh, Johnny Cottonballs.
Chof will be back on. B-Rob's gonna be back on.
We'll probably let Justin back on.
Yeah, maybe. We have, like I said, we've got a whole list of stuff that we have planned. Like, I'm really excited about some of this stuff. Other stuff, I really got to think if we want to put it out there or not.
We got a lot to pick and choose from.
I mean, we're going to. You're going to listen to it anyway.
Damn it.
Listen to us. But yeah, I mean, that was it. This has just been our year in review episode. Just where we've been and where we hope to be. Like anything we do. Again, we do this for. This is for us. This is for me. It's calming. It's stress relieving. Do I want to grow? Yeah, I'd love it if we were bigger. But everyone's got to start somewhere.
Talking about the show, right?
Well, both.
Okay. Just making sure we're on the same page.
There's our dick joke.
Slid it right in there.
There's our second dick joke.
Didn't see it coming.
There's our third dick joke. Yeah, that's where I'd like to be.
Snuck it in the end.
Sneaking it in. And I do want to give you guys a thank you. I know we do that a lot, but seriously, thank you. We've lasted a year because of you all.
Longest I've ever lasted in anything.
It's true. I've seen it.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed myself.
I'm impressed. I'm not even mad. I'm impressed.
I'm not even mad about it.
But yeah, so without you all, this would not be possible.
Let's do.
Thank you.
Before, because it sounds like we're getting close to wrapping it up. Let's do one thing.
Okay.
Well, let's do two things. Let's do for sure one thing. We'll talk about doing the second thing. The first thing is if you guys can go back and tell us, this we'll know you listened. Who designed our logo? I'll give you a little something. A little something for you. You have to be in the Discord. You have to be a member of the Discord in good standing.
So Alex, you better join.
Chof's out.
Chof's always out.
He's probably on probation, Discord probation again. But be in good standing, be in the Discord, agree to the rules, go to the episode discussion, tell us who designed the logo. I got a little something for you. We're allowed by law. I think you have to say that for giveaways, like void where prohibited. That's probably what I should have said. The other one sounds like I'm trying to give you a bag of weed or something, which is not the case.
No,
this is digital. I'm going to give you the digital,
Digital.
old digital surprise. So, yeah, be a part of the Discord. Tell us who designed our logo, and tag one of us in it, and we'll get you a little prizey prize.
So something's up.
Mhm.
What else? What's your second thing?
Do you want a nerd drum?
We can. I gotta set it up.
Yeah, well, that's why I was like, oh, do I want to ask? But we haven't done it in so long, and I'd love to do it again.
I would, but I literally don't have it set up.
Okay. Next episode, we're gonna kick the year off right with some nerd drum.
Yep.
We may do it at the beginning.
No.
We'll just do a whole episode of nerd drums, like an hour and a half of just spinning the wheel and bullshittery.
And that was the end of EGTN.
Oh,
Aw. Yeah. Well, I mean, anything else you want to go over?
no, I think we hit like everything. Just kind of a quick review of our first year and how things went, and just wanted to let everybody know that does listen. You know, the newbies and the loyals and the people that hang out, you know, outside of the just listening to this, you know, in the Discord and in the Twitch channels and in the messages and emails and things. We appreciate all you guys very, very, very much. And we would, you know, like Chris said, we do this. This started off as just a thing for us to do as a release and just a nerdy hobby. I mean, I can't think of many things nerdier that combines so many things that you could like as doing a podcast, you know, with our love of tech and AV stuff and talking about whatever. Like, this gives us an outlet to do it, and we would still do it. But you guys, like, when we hear feedback and talking about the episodes and things that you liked and things that you want to hear us talk about, that's like that extra little kick in the ass to make us want to keep doing more. And so we really, really appreciate it.
We do. So again, thank you guys.
Mhm.
We love you guys.
Love you.
Have a happy new year.
Everybody except Chove.
Everyone except for Chove.
Mhm.
And we'll see you in 2022.
See you next year. Dad joke. See ya.
Nerd core
See ya.
could rise up. It could get elevated. Nerd core could rise up. It could get elevated. Nerdcore used to be just a made up word.